Boundaries isn't kindness, it's self-sabotage. Protect your energy, or it will cost you more than you're willing to give. They say kindness is a virtue. But let me tell you something. If you're not careful, kindness can be the very thing that ruins your life. Think about it. How many times have you said yes when you wanted to say no? How many times have you given even when you had nothing left to give? That's what happens when you let kindness control you instead of the other way around. You become trapped in a cycle of pleasing others while neglecting yourself. The harsh truth is, people will take everything you offer if you don't know when to stop. You can't keep pouring from an empty cup, and eventually, that kindness will cost you more than you're willing to pay. Kindness without limits will drain your spirit, your time, and your strength. And here's the thing. When you're constantly giving, people stop appreciating what you offer. They start expecting it. Eventually, you'll lose sight of your own needs, caught in the endless pursuit of keeping others happy while sacrificing your own happiness. Now hold up. Don't get me wrong. Kindness is powerful. It can lift someone up, heal a wound, or create connections where there were none. But here's the catch. When kindness is misplaced, when it's overextended, when it's given to the wrong people, it can become the greatest obstacle in your path. People will see your kindness as an opportunity for their gain, and they will exploit it if you're not careful. You can't help everyone, and sometimes the people you think you're helping are the ones pulling you down. If you keep giving without measuring the cost, you'll lose more than you ever imagined. What happens when the kindness you offer is met with ungratefulness, or worse, manipulation? Suddenly, that good intention becomes a burden you carry. And if you're not mindful, that burden will crush you. Remember this. Kindness doesn't mean sacrificing yourself. It means offering what you can without losing who you are. Because in trying to save everyone, you might end up losing yourself in the process. Some of you are so focused on being kind, so afraid of saying no, so worried about stepping on toes, that you forget to protect your own energy. You forget to stand up for yourself. You forget that sometimes kindness, without boundaries, is an invitation for people to take advantage of you. And let me tell you, if you don't set those boundaries, kindness will drain you dry. It will leave you empty, wondering why people keep walking all over you. You'll be stuck asking, why do I always get the short end of the stick? The answer is because you gave it to them. You're the one who allowed it. And the more you give, the more people will expect it until there's nothing left for you. You have to learn to say no without guilt, because self-respect is not selfishness. If you don't, you'll become a passenger in your own life, led by the needs of others instead of your own. You need to understand that your time, energy, and well-being are just as valuable as anyone else's. Kindness isn't weakness, but too many people see it that way. They see your kindness as an opportunity, as permission to take more than they should. And if you're not careful, you'll find yourself giving everything you have and receiving nothing in return. That's the quickest way to lose your focus, your drive, your passion. You'll start to resent the very people you tried to help, and worse, you'll start to resent yourself for letting it happen. When people see you as someone who always gives and never expects anything back, they'll keep taking until there's nothing left of you. The world is filled with takers, and if you don't set limits, they'll bleed you dry. And what's left of you after that? Exhaustion, frustration, emptiness. And when you're empty, not only can you not help others, you can't even help yourself. Kindness is a balance. Give, but don't overextend. You've got to preserve your own passion, because if you're burned out, you won't be able to keep giving in the long run. You've got to understand kindness is a gift, but that gift is precious. You don't just hand it out to everyone who asks. You don't let people abuse it. You've got to protect it. Protect yourself. Be kind, but be firm. Be giving, but don't be a doormat. Be loving, but don't let people mistake your love for weakness. There's a difference between being kind and being taken advantage of, and you've got to know where that line is. Because once you cross it, it's hard to go back, and people will never see you the same. Your kindness should empower others, not enable them to take advantage of you. And your kindness should come from a place of strength, not fear of rejection. Respect yourself enough to choose where your kindness goes, because once it's wasted, it's hard to get back. Not everyone deserves access to your energy, and that's not selfishness. That's self-preservation. Here's the truth. People will test you. They'll see how much you'll give before you break. And if you let them, they'll push you to your breaking point. The world doesn't reward people who only give. It rewards people who know when to give and when to stand their ground. It rewards people who are kind but strong, who are generous but smart, who are compassionate but have self-respect. If you don't respect yourself, no one else will. That's the harsh reality. Kindness without respect is a recipe for disaster, and it's a lesson you don't want to learn the hard way. People respect strength, and when you blend that strength with kindness, you become unstoppable. The moment you demand respect, your kindness will no longer be seen as a weakness, but as a sign of real power. People will recognize your boundaries and respect them. And that's when your kindness truly has the power to transform, not just others, but yourself too. So ask yourself, are you being kind because you want to make the world a better place? Or are you being kind because you're afraid of conflict, afraid of rejection, afraid of standing up for what you deserve? There's a difference between being kind and being afraid. One comes from strength, the other from weakness. And if you let fear drive your kindness, it's not kindness anymore. It's self-sabotage. It's you putting everyone else ahead of yourself. And that's no way to live. That's no way to grow. That's how kindness ruins your life. When fear guides your actions, you're no longer being kind to others. You're being cruel to yourself. And here's the truth. If you don't value your time, your energy, and your worth, no one else will. You end up living your life for everyone but yourself, losing sight of your own dreams and goals. You deserve better than that. Don't let that happen. Be kind, but be smart. Know your limits. Know your worth. Say no when you need to. And when you give from a place of strength, not from fear. That's how you win. That's how you rise above. People will respect you more when you respect yourself, and that's a fact. When you learn to say no, when you learn to set boundaries, your kindness will have more power, more value, and more impact. People will stop seeing you as someone they can walk all over and start seeing you as someone they need to respect. Respect and kindness go hand in hand, but only when you have the courage to stand firm. You teach people how to treat you, and if you don't demand respect, your kindness becomes a weapon used against you. You set the standard for how people should value your time, and that sets the foundation for healthier, more fulfilling relationships. So remember, kindness is a tool, it's a force, but it's only powerful when you control it. If you don't, kindness will ruin your life. But when you own it, when you master it, it will lift you higher than you ever imagined. It's not about giving endlessly, it's about giving wisely. It's about knowing when to offer your hand and when to keep it to yourself. The choice is yours. Choose wisely, because your future depends on it. Your kindness should be a source of strength, not a burden. And when you master that balance, you'll not only lift others, you'll lift yourself to new heights. And at the end of the day, true kindness begins with being kind to yourself. You can't pour from an empty cup, so fill your own first. Only then can you truly make an impact on the world around you. If this hit home, set boundaries and protect your energy. Share, subscribe, and let's keep pushing forward together. If you've made it this far, drop a 100 in the comments. It shows you are part of the 1% that's improving every single day.
The night is young, we go, it's strong till